You know, Camp Kika is here to let you know that God is watching you. Camp Kika is here to let you know that when you keep it classy always, he will watch over you and protect you. It's one thing to watch you. It's another thing to watch you and watch over you. And that's what God will do. I promise that. You know how I know he'll do that? Because he told me in his book. And I promise you, if you read his book the way I read his book, you will know that no human being in the history of the universe can write a book like this. Predictions, prophecies, hidden codes, secrets, everything you can imagine. It's like mamash, you would know that this soul created the world. You would know that this soul created the galaxies and the Milky Way. You would know that this soul gave you things that you need to fix so you could fix it, so he could give you the reward that he wants to give you. Listen, let me break it down to you. The giver of all good, which is God, needs to give. He has to give, so he created a world. Why? So he could give. Now that he's going to give, he's not going to just give. You know why? Because there's rules to how he gives. And when he gives out of love, out of compassion, and out of mercy. But in order for you to get what he gives, you have to show him that you trust him. You have to show him that you love him. You have to show him that every step of the way that he's there with you and you know it. Listen, let me tell you a couple of quick things that happened in my life, and then you're going to really understand how God is with me every step of the way, yo. And it's beautiful, and I promise you, you can get the same thing. Oh my God, you can get exactly what I have. You know what it is? I know that God right now is all around me, yo. I don't know how to explain it, bro. You come to my house right now where I am and you be like, show me where he is. I cannot show him to you. But through my mouth and through my words, you should know that he's all around me. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now let me tell you how I see God in everything. Recently, I just sold my car. Now, I'm going to give you some good advice. If you want to sell your car, sell it through Carvana. They made the experience very easy. They were always, that's one thing about this place that I like, is they have great customer service. And when you have great customer service, then you're going to have people like me promoting you. Guaranteed. It may look like, hey, okay, so you hire, these people that are rude and they'll get people off the phone quicker so more people could call in and you could get more sales. That's all a trick by the devil. If you clever, you'll know you treat people with respect, with love, and with compassion. They'll run through a wall for you. You understand? I know that as a teacher. That's just a figure of speech, meaning they'll do anything they can to help you. I was a teacher. I still am a teacher. I'm teaching you right now. But when I used to teach in different schools I used to teach in, I'll tell you something beautiful. The kids, they used to feel my love, you know what I mean? Because they saw I was real. They saw I was 100% real. And they saw if the principal did something wrong and I was there, I would say something. In a classy way, but they would see how I moved. They would see I was about justice. I was about truth. I was about righteousness. I was about humbleness. I was about anti-ego, anti-pride. Put your ego down and make peace. I put stickers all over the school, bro. Not stickers, but like little, kind of not index cards, little papers. I wrote little notes on it. I put them all over the place. And for each class, I put a different note because I knew which class I had to deal with. So if it was a class that was really, really good, I would put, some kind of a note about gratitude is the best attitude. You know what I mean? To encourage them to keep being good and bless God. Because one thing I will guarantee you, where there's harmony and peace, there's God. Now you're going to tell me, oh, there's harmony and peace amongst thieves. So God is there also? No, the devil's there. God sends the devil to be there. You know why? Because that's negativity. Because the evil will always go against each other. Yes, right now, they made a pact. Why? Because they need each other. But you'll see eventually, history proves this, there will be a fracture. And eventually they will go against each other. It's happened throughout history. And with big nations as well. So, unity and harmony and chemistry, that's where God is. So I'm going to tell you, so listen, with Carvana, I'm going to tell you so many things that happen that God was involved. First thing was, the agent that they sent me was supposed to be a guy named Devin. So then they switched it, then they sent me some girl. So this girl, she called me on the phone. She's like, oh, I'm going to meet you tomorrow. Just from the vibe of her voice, bro, it's unbelievable. I don't know this girl. I never met this girl. And if she's a good person, may God bless this girl. But I'm telling you, on the phone, I could tell she was the kind of person that was like putting on, maybe she was going through a bad day. I really don't know. I can't say because I was not there. But I'm just telling you what I felt in my soul. Either that she was very rude, you know what I mean? Would be like all about her business. I don't know if you meant like tight, you know what I'm saying? Like, not somebody that's down to earth, that like that. So that I felt through her voice. And also maybe she was having a bad day and she was putting up a front like she was being nice. And I know, I'll tell you how I know, because I made comments and I waited to see her response. And that's something that nobody can fake it. If I came up to you on the street and I didn't know you, and I asked you a quick question, do you believe in God? That's it, you're going to have to answer, bro. If you walk away and give me a dirty face, that means you don't believe. Like this guy, I cannot believe it, bro. There's this guy I see all the time where I shop, and I always say hi to him, and he seems like a really nice guy. So finally, I said to him the other day, yo, did you go to my Camp Kika page? Because I gave him one of my cards. But he's like, nah, man, I'm too busy for that, man. I don't have time for that. I'm thinking about you don't have time for that. Everybody has time. God gave you a lot of time in a day. You always have 2-3 hours, even before you sleep, where you actually have free time to yourself. You understand? So he walked away. So usually I just, okay, so let him walk away. But this guy, I pressed him. You know why? Because I thought he was like a really nice guy. So I walked after him and I was like, yo, let me talk to you for a second. And I right there, I should have got a hint because he didn't even turn around. I had to like call him again. So he turns around and I said to him, listen, let me just tell you a story. Maybe this will impress you. I mean, to come to my page. Man, from when I pressed him, this guy wouldn't even look me in the eye. So I started telling him the story about that rabbi with the $5,000 Kiddush cup. And dude, the guy was walking away and it was basically me like walking after him. And I'm telling him this beautiful story, totally ignoring me. Then he sees somebody else and just goes into a conversation. And I stand there and I wait to see if he's going to even come back to me. Bro, he's finished speaking to this guy, didn't even look at me and walked away. He got exposed, this dude, you know what I mean? That's it. He's either anti-God. He has to be anti-God, this guy. Cannot be. You know how I know this guy's anti-God? Did he sign a paper and swear on it? No. But I'll tell you how I know. Because my spirit exposed his spirit. And I've done that to a few people, man. Unintentionally. Just you meet me, I'm so all about God that if you're not gonna like me, bro. You're gonna be allergic to me. And you're gonna think I'm gonna be depressed about it. Like, oh, why don't you like me? No, the opposite. I'm gonna be like, great. If I'm allergic to you, that's a good sign for me. Because there's something wrong with you. You understand? It's crazy how it works, man. So let me tell you some more secrets about this meeting I had with them. So there was an agent that I would talk to in text. And he was the one kind of like sending out the advocate, they call it an advocate, the person who will come and like make the deal. So I texted him, I said, listen, send me somebody else, see if Devin can come. I'll even postpone it till tomorrow. They were like, no, we'll send you somebody else, no problem. And he was like, is everything okay? Was she rude? I was like, nah, she wasn't rude. I was like, I just got a vibe that, something wasn't right. Just didn't feel right, didn't like the chemistry. That's what I told him. And he was like, no problem. They sent me this guy, Lewis, he comes, right? So now this is crazy. I meet him by the bank because I figure I'm going to get the check and put it in the bank. Little did I know it. They tell you not to cash the check for like 24 hours, not to deposit it for 24 hours. So I said right there when I was stuck at the bank, I said to him, bro, can you give me a ride back to my crib? And it was like 5 minutes away. He's like, yeah, I got you. Don't even worry about it. So that was good. Another thing that happened, now I could see this guy, not that he was anti-God, but definitely was not into God, because I kept mentioning God and he doesn't really say anything. So I knew he wasn't really a believer. So a lot of little things happened. I'll give you an example. The first thing that happened was he took my car and he went to go drive it, maybe just like 100 feet up in a different spot because he had to take pictures. So there was a parking spot that he could have went into, but he didn't go all the way. He kind of went in halfway and left the car like that. So I was thinking to myself, why doesn't he pull in all the way? I didn't realize he was taking pictures of the car. While he was taking pictures of the car, I look, and right by the tire, bro, it's a shiny nail. Now, this guy's going to take the car and he's going to go drive somewhere. I mean, he happened to be going only to Miami. But God forbid he would have ran over that nail. He would have got a flat in the middle of his ride. That would have been horrible. So that was the first miracle I saw. I thought that was amazing. that I caught that Hashem made me see that thing. And why would he stop where he stopped? He could have even went up another 10 feet and he would have went over this nail. It was actually a little bit over to the left, so I'm not going to front like it was right in front. It was a little bit over to the inside of the tire, so in between the two tires, but more towards that tire. Bottom line is, yeah, if he would have pulled out, when it went forward a little bit and then backed up, he could have ran over it. So there you go. So that was one miracle I saw that was amazing, where I saw Hashem. You know where else I saw Hashem? Where we were taking off the license plate. Now, I just knew somebody that it took him like 18 hours to take off his license plate because it was so rusty and he couldn't take it off. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but I was with him at least for 20 minutes trying to help him, and it wasn't helping. So I said to Hashem, please let my license plate come off, right? So I bring the screwdriver, and the screwdriver I bring, the head is a little bit smaller than the head of the screw that's on this license plate, but it's enough that it grabs it. So I say a little prayer, and he looks at me like I'm nuts. So I said, why, you think it's awkward that I say a prayer? No, it's not. I said, dear God, please help us. Okay, so I go, boom, it takes off the first one. The second one will not budge. And he's a big dude. I'm a pretty big dude, but this guy was double my size. So I give him the screwdriver. He turns, he cannot turn it. I turn it, cannot turn it. So he goes on the phone to go call somebody, I guess, do a business call. And something gets in my head to take the license plate and move it up, back and forth. Remember, now it's loose because one screw is off, so it can almost like turn around. I start making it go back and forth, back and forth. I try, it turns a little bit. I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I turn, it completely comes off. He's coming back from his business call. I look at him, I said, and you see how many times I'm going to prove to you there's a God? So that was the second time. And then this was the best. So he pulls out the license plate to put his license plate instead of mine. And I don't know, something makes me look at his license plate. And you know where the registration is, the yellow sticker? So mine is, I was born in April, so it says 0422. Now, that happens to be my birthday, April 22nd. So the craziest thing is it says 0422. So 0422 for me, that's like my birthday, you know what I'm saying? So that's like a dope number for me. It's a number I would recognize if I saw it somewhere. I look at his license plate and the registration sticker that he has, 0422. So I looked at him, I said, bro, what are the chances that our registration even is going to match up? I see, that's how perfect the chemistry was in this sale. And it was, I promise you, just like that. Then he drove me back to the crib, and he was very respectful, very professional, and it was all good, man. And Hashem was with me every step of the way. You know why? Because I'm looking for him, because I want to see him, because I want to meet with him. This morning I got up early and prayed. Yo, thank God, 6:40, 6:50. That's a great feeling, man. I promise you, it's a beautiful feeling. It's just letting God know, God, I love you because you're there for me and I appreciate you. That's all it is. It's really about giving thanks. Modeh, to admit, I mean to fix what you need to fix, right? If you're angry or stingy or rude or jealous or an instigator, admit it and fix it. You understand? Modeh. And also, modeh ani. I'm thankful. The word modeh really encompasses Judaism in one word. It's amazing and beautiful. Admit and give thanks. But I'm going to tell you the whole Torah in 2 words. Humble and compassion. That's what the Torah really wants. When you're done with this physical world, the Torah wants you to be a specimen, a soul that's humble as can be and extremely compassionate and mercy. If you don't have those 2 qualities, then you're not a Ben Torah. I don't care, bro. You can give me a speech and quote every Gemara by heart. The Satan can also do that for me. The Satan can get up and give me the greatest speech that ever lived and quote every Gemara, every Zohar, every Mishnah, every Agadah, every Midrash, everything, every secret, every sod, whatever he wants. And give me a speech that would almost give me chills if I didn't know it was the Satan. But show me if you're humble, and show me if you're compassionate. Show me if you're naki kapayim ve'bal lavav, with pure hands and a pure heart. It's all about your midot, my brother. You don't get it, man. I try to tell you, man. All this Torah knowledge that you have, if you don't have good midot to go with it, it's going to be a problem. And it's going to be a huge problem. You know why? Because what are you going to do? Hashem is going to bless you for all the mitzvot you kept, but you're never going to get into heaven. How are you going to get into heaven when you're stingy? You're going to go to heaven, you're going to see somebody that's on a higher level than you, and you're going to get jealous in heaven? It's not going to be. What's going to happen? You're going to go to heaven and you're going to see somebody that owed you $5 and you're going to get mad? That's not going to happen in heaven. So with your Shabbat and with all your mitzvot that you keep, you're not getting to heaven. So it's a problem for you. And I just proved it to you. Now I must talk about the demonic world that we live in. Now listen to me when I tell you, bro, I'm going to show you how the devil is running the show. Even though it's God, God is running the show because God controls the devil. So anything you see the devil do, it was sanctioned by God. Everything you see, he cannot do nothing. You know why? Because he's under the guide of God. God is guiding him to do what he wants. So let me show you how the devil is in everything. Let's talk TV. If you put on your TV, you might see a commercial about kindness. There's this one company that does these commercials about being kind. You might see a cancer commercial that would ask you to donate money. And these are things that could touch the heart, and these are things that are beautiful. But that's 1% of what you see on TV. You know what you see on TV? You see people making fun of each other. You see salacious stories that are gossiping and malicious speech. You see that sex, you see entertainment, you see cursing. You see everything evil in the world is right there on your TV. And the whole time you're watching it, you don't even realize you're listening to curses that could make you curse. You're watching immodest women that can make you sin. Even subconsciously, you could be the biggest rabbi, bro. You sit and watch Married with Children, I don't know, 5 episodes. I promise you by the 5th episode, your mind is going to be in the gutter. I promise you. That's a great example, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and I love you so much for giving me that example. Now, there's something I want to clarify that I used to say in some of my old talks that's just coming to me right now. I said, God forbid, if you put Moshe Rabbeinu in a club with the most beautiful women all around him, God forbid, Hashem knows I'm just using this to make an extreme example. I said to prove a point how powerful the sin of being with a woman is, you know, how she could seduce you. We see David HaMelech got seduced. Listen, this is real stuff. Shlomo HaMelech married too many women. It became a problem for him. So we see that the women have this power that if the men allow themselves to be seduced, they're done. So I said if you put Moshe Rabbeinu in a club and all the most beautiful women were around him and he was studying Gemara, eventually it would affect him. I don't know, he might look up and see a girl that's so pretty that for a second he might lose his concentration. So that's what I said, to prove a point how powerful the pull of this seduction could be. But it's like Hashem told me to say, no, that you're right, or everything you just said, I put my stamp on it. But not with Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu can be on a level where his body would be there and the woman would be around him physically. They could even, God forbid, touch him. But his neshama would be up and above all of that. Would not even affect him. You know why? Because it's called mind over matter. What's the mind? The mind is the soul. You know where your soul is? It's in your brain. Your good and bad inclination is in your heart. And it's a constant battle. Who's going to win? The heart usually is filled with a lot of desires and bad ones. So the brain has to calm the heart down and tell the heart, relax. You're here to serve me and here to serve God. Humble yourself. Don't have thoughts of jealousy. Don't have thoughts of anger. Don't have those things in your heart, because they'll destroy your mind. It will enter your soul and it will start slowly taking over, and you don't want that. You always want the soul to be in control. I like that, You always want the soul to be in control. That's mind over matter. That means you have in front of you a married man and you have in front of you a chance to do the sin. Yes, if you think with your heart and your body, you'll commit that sin. But if you think with your soul, you won't. You think about your kids, you think about how much you love your wife. And yeah, the girl can be gorgeous. And at that moment, if you put your guard down and allow yourself to focus on her beauty, you'll cheat on your wife, bro. What do you think? Ask a billion guys it happened to. Mind over matter, the soul. Concentrate on your soul. And that's what Torah is. Torah feeds the soul. The more Torah you learn, the purer your soul will be. The higher level, you'll be in heaven. There's 7 levels in heaven. If you get to the 3rd level, you're a big tzaddik. You get to the 6th level, forget about it, bro. Seventh, we don't even have to mention. That's the VIP, really, if you want me to tell you the truth. I wouldn't say get it out of your head that you'll never make it there. I can't say that. I cannot say that. You know why? I tell you why. Because you might see somebody on this earth that's barely religious, and you don't know him, and you don't know deeds that he does. He might have made such a mitzvah that he could have got to the 6th level. And then maybe he left kids in the world that became even bigger tzaddikim, and that could raise them up to another level. You don't know. It's constantly moving. You could be in heaven in level 3, and you left kids in the world maybe, or some investment, I don't know, something, God forbid, that was attached to you, and it went down a little bit. They might move you down a level to the 2nd level. I mean, I don't know. I can't say that for sure, but logic would dictate that's true. Because if you know how it works, that's how it works. God says on Rosh Hashanah, I judge the living and the dead. Rosh Hashanah is like, I don't know, 40 days away, 30 days away. Hashem, it comes so quick, man. And I'm going to give you some beautiful advice, you know. For years, I would go into Yom Kippur with sin. You know, we all have a couple of sins, or one main sin that we do, or whatever it is, something that we need to work on. And then you go on Yom Kippur and you're so strong, and then a week later, boom, you fall back into the sin, or you do something wrong with that particular thing. And then it shows you like, man, and you kind of like give up, you know what I'm saying? But nah, the more Torah knowledge you learn, the more, you know what you learn? You learn that it's a marathon, not a sprint. You learn that. You learn that if you fail, you dust yourself off and you pick yourself back up. And Hashem will tell you that. What do you think? You were born with these desires that you have. You were born to be angry. That's how you were born. In your last life, you were, I don't know, bro, the angriest person that ever lived. So it's hard for you not to get angry. Things annoy you. Things frustrate you. So you get upset. You have to work on that. You know what I mean? And if you don't, it's going to destroy you. But it could be for the first 20 years of your life, you're always angry. Then by your 40th year, you calm down a little bit. You understand? So it takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's what I learned about Yom Kippur. Never go into Yom Kippur sad that you might not ever pass the test. No. Go into Yom Kippur knowing it's a marathon and it's going to take time. And if you fail, you just dust yourself off and come back. But I promise you one thing. Whatever desire you have that you're struggling with, this is the formula to beat it. Study Torah like a maniac. Period. When you do that, I'm proof of that. I'm telling you, bro. The more and more you study, the more the desire will go lower and lower and lower. Because your brain will be filled with such purity that the heart won't have a chance to break it. You understand? It will be so solid. You have like a force field around your soul. So that when your heart, when your desires, remember the good and bad desires are in your heart. So if a good desire comes, the soul will open the door and let it in. But if a bad desire comes, or a bad thought, or something negative, this is something, listen, let me tell you something, bro. This is amazing what I'm about to tell you. I can expose anybody I meet. I'll give you an example. There was somebody I wanted to expose the other day. I told him I sold my car. Now, if this guy was really my friend, what would you do if somebody told you, yo, I sold your car, sold my car? If somebody that I liked was in front of me and told me they sold their car and I had a car, I would say, yo, if you need to go to the supermarket or whatever thing, definitely give me a call. I'll try to help you out if I can. So this person, I told it, and he tries to pretend like he's my friend, yo. And I told him to his face, he's not. No, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, okay, you can say whatever you want. Something in my neshama will tell me, bro, you don't get it, bro. When you study enough Torah, you become amazing at unmasking fake people. It's really unbelievable. Just body language, you'll see. You could come to two people talking, and if somebody doesn't like you, they'll move their shoulder. They'll kind of like, you see little things with their body language, you'll know right away. And then you'll come and say, oh, they'll give you a hug. Get out of here. This fake world, bro. Back to TV, speaking about this fake world. You have cartoons that I promise you, the minds, whoever makes these cartoons is so filthy, dirty, and disgusting. It's as disgusting as anything you could see X-rated on a computer. They'll show that on TV, but they'll just clean it up a little bit. But it's the same concept. It's the same dirty, nasty, disgusting, animalistic attitude. Look at some. I saw Lady Gaga, bro. I don't know if you know these girls, and if you don't, God bless you a billion times. Bro, Google Lady Gaga, and don't even Google it, bro, because you don't even want to look at her. She's wicked. And I don't mean to disrespect her, bro. I don't never call people out by names. I hate doing that. Only the Democrats and maybe somebody like her. Why? Because she's a celebrity. Not just because she's a celebrity, because she's a celebrity, a Democrat. And I want to show you she's also like a man that wants to be a woman, or a woman that wants to be a man. God only knows with her. She likes dressing up like a dude. This is facts, bro. Yo, she was wearing high heels, and they weren't even like sexy shoes. They were these big platform shoes. Bro. When I tell you 2 feet high, I said to myself, what if, God forbid, a pit bull chased her? God forbid, a billion times. She couldn't even run, bro. She would trip right away. You cannot run with these things. They were 2 feet, solid platform heels, bro. Craziness. For what? For what? Because she wants attention. Because the Satan got in her head. She doesn't even understand how foolish it is to dress like that. And she's so talented. Imagine. I don't like her music, but she's definitely talented. Can never take that away from somebody. When God, even if they could be, and you know what it is about her particularly? She's just fooled by the Satan. She's not a wicked person, you know what I mean? She's like most of the people, you know what I'm saying? Like these girls that will wear these nails that are like, I don't know, they put these nails on. Bro, I mean, are you kidding me, man? You could poke your kid's eye out with that. Like, are you normal? But the Satan will get in their head that this is like sexy and pretty, and it's not, yo. It's not. It's not. I promise you it's not, man. When you have the purity of God, you're not going to put 5,000 pounds of makeup on your face and try to attack men with glitter on your lips. Where does that come from? That comes from the Satan. The Hashem would never want you to flaunt your beauty, yo. He gave you that beauty as a gift to give to your husband. I like that. Give that beauty to him. You don't need beauty from the goyim on the street, walking on the beach with your little sexy bathing suit on, with guys fainting all over you. That's not what Hashem is wanting. Hashem wants you to take that beauty and cover it, hide it, and then give it to your husband for him to enjoy from it. And you to enjoy from it. That must be a great feeling. You wake up in the morning and you're gorgeous. That would make the neshama feel good, absolutely. But don't you dare get arrogant. Don't you dare. Don't you dare start thinking that you're better than other people. There's this one kid that I teach. She's so pretty. And she thinks that she's prettier than other girls. And it's true. And she even admitted it to me. She said, coach, I got to work on that. I said, that's beautiful. I said, for that, Hashem is going to bless you. Absolutely. And that's so true. Don't let the beauty get to your head, bro, because I promise you it will be a snare and a trap for you. And it will kill you and murder you one day. It will bring you shame and humiliation. It might, God forbid, bring you to get raped. Think about it. There were so many women, God forbid, 1 billion times, man, that were very, very pretty, went into maybe the adult film industry or whatever, or just a girl in a club that likes to flaunt her beauty, and then God forbid she met some guy and he couldn't control himself, and then God forbid did what he did. God forbid, and he'll get destroyed. The Satan, God forbid, will do that to him in his next life, yo. You don't even know what's gonna happen, or God forbid he'll go to jail one day and then he'll really get it. You understand? Sick how Hashem can run the show, bro. You don't need to go through any of that, bro. If you just work on your midot, if you get close to Hashem. But if you don't, look what can happen. I just showed you. Think about this for a second. I was talking about this, the temptation of a woman, right? Think about this. What would make a man kill for another woman, right? For a woman. He's married to a girl. She cheats on him. He comes in. He catches her in the middle of the act. He cannot control himself, and he kills both of them. What? You're going to kill her? So she cheated on you. Divorce her, go with somebody else. Why would you have to kill her? Why would you go in such a rage that you would kill both of them and God forbid kill yourself? God forbid. Look at what I'm showing you, bro. This is just off the top. I'm talking about just regular scenarios that happen all the time. Because that seduction is real. He could be so in love with her and so attached to her physically that it's hard for him to mentally take that blow. You understand? Mind over matter. Be in the middle of a hurricane. Everybody around you is crying like the world is going to end. And you're in your corner praying to Hashem, feeling safe and secure, just like that girl on the plane. I'll tell it to you. I'll tell that story. That story is beautiful, yo. one day there was a flight, and there was this big rabbi sitting in the middle seat, and then he sees the stewardess come and sit a little like 7-year-old girl next to him, and he right away realizes she's not with her parents, and obviously she has a ticket, and the airplane knows about it. Okay, no problem. The stewardesses know who she is, and they sit her down next to him. So he opens up his Gemara and he starts studying. The plane takes off. She opens up her little bag, takes out her little coloring book with her little coloring crayons and starts coloring. And out of the corner of the eye, the rabbi sees her coloring, benoach, relaxed. And he's relaxed studying his Gemara, and everything is beautiful. All of a sudden, the plane starts to shake a little bit, and the captain gets on the microphone, and he goes, listen, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but we're going into really, really bad weather. I don't know where it came from. We didn't see it on the radar. And I'm telling you, it's bad. If I was you, I would pray. And you hear his voice like choking up, like it's a problem. Right away, this rabbi realized something is not good. And before he can even take off his glasses and stroke his beard to close his eyes to say Shema, the plane is already really up and down and going side to side. And the rabbi is getting nervous. He starts confessing sins that he did, how he didn't treat his wife as he should have, and this, how he was rude to the student, and how he did this. And the whole time this is happening, out of the corner of his eye, he looks at this little girl, and she's just coloring. The plane is like upside down, bro, and she's just coloring like there's nothing happening. Like she's in her own world, like mind over matter. And he can't understand, but he's so busy worried about if he's going to die that he doesn't even care about her at this point. So all of a sudden, the plane kind of steadies a little bit, and you could feel like maybe they got out of it. So the captain confirms. He gets on the microphone and he goes, I just want to say, I've been doing this for a long time, and I can honestly tell you that your prayers helped. Thank you so much. And everybody started clapping, and like everybody was so happy. And this rabbi was like confused. Why? I tell you why. Because he looked to his left and he saw the girl, and she was still coloring. Like nothing happened. She wasn't even sweating, bro. Her hair didn't even get messed up. Everything was just perfect, just like it was when she took off. So the rabbi looked at her and he said, listen, I'm so sorry to bother you. I see that you're coloring and you're so relaxed, but I have to ask you a question. So she said, yeah, what's up? He said, I don't understand. How could it be that you weren't nervous? He's like, I'm a big rabbi, and I trust God a lot, and I talk to God sometimes, and I was nervous. How can it be that you weren't nervous? Cannot be. He almost said to her, don't even answer me, because whatever answer you give me is not even going to be real. She said, no, I'm going to tell you why I wasn't nervous. You know why I wasn't nervous? He goes, no, why? Please tell me. She said, the reason I wasn't nervous is because my dad is the pilot, and he would never let anything bad happen to me. And the rabbi right away realized it was all a dream. He woke up, and next to him was this little girl coloring.
Raspo Beats.
And the rabbi right away realized that he needed to trust Hashem more, that he needed to get closer to Hashem. And Hashem made him have this dream to teach him to always remember that I'm running the show. I'm the pilot. And you be the little girl coloring. Everything will work out perfect. And instead of being the little girl coloring, you be a man studying Torah. Just like she was ben Noach, coloring and relaxed. That's how you should be when you study Torah. And if you do, man, if you take the advice that I'm giving you on this talk, you will elevate your soul to a higher plane. I'm telling you, that's a guarantee. Guarantee. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I'm going to expose these Democrats a lot, right? I'm not going to mention any names, bro. No need already. You know exactly who they are. You know the players. Now, they're going to tell you that they care about you, right? Public health, COVID-19, get a vaccine. Get a vaccine and wear a mask. And they laugh in your face while they take off theirs. You know, hypocrisy. These people are going to get destroyed, bro. Obliterated. I'm telling you. What is that noise? Hi, Hashem. These people are going to get obliterated. Hashem is going to destroy them, bro. I'm telling you right now. So look, this is one beautiful proof that they don't care about you at all. They're going to tell somebody like me, get the vaccine, get the vaccine. And I say, why you want me to get the vaccine? No, because I love you, because I care about you, because, you know, it's the right thing to do. And then you're going to tell them, no, I'm not interested in getting the vaccine. So you know what they're going to tell you? Get the vaccine or else. Or else what? What are you going to do? Make you get a passport so you won't be able to come into a supermarket. We'll shame you publicly. We'll do this, we'll do that. That's not somebody that has your best interest at heart. Somebody who has your best interest at heart would try to, okay, so listen, we're in a pandemic, and then you'll retort and say, they can never do that. You know why? Because if they took that route, they would get destroyed. Because then you take the facts, put it on the table, and expose them. Bro, I've been through this already from last year. These people are clowns, bro. Clowns. And I'm telling you, the people are getting hip to it. This is why the TV is a huge problem, bro. Because if you put on CNN or MSNBC right now, right this second, you would think the apocalypse was happening. These people are evil, disgusting, gross. And I hope and pray with every ounce of my soul that Hashem will give them everything. And I don't even have to say that, because Hashem will already give them everything they deserve. He doesn't need me to come and declare that in His name. I'm telling you, man. They're gonna get obliterated, bro. They're gonna get so destroyed. They're gonna get shamed. They're gonna get humiliated. Look what they're doing, bro. They make such a big deal about COVID-19. And the southern border is wide open. 1 million illegal immigrants. 20% COVID positivity coming into this country. And they don't even do anything. And the best is this girl, the vice president. What does she do? She goes and gets a 5-point plan. This 5-point plan, anybody who has passing knowledge of the southern border could write this plan. Give me a break, bro. Why don't you humble yourself and call Trump? Humble yourself and call Trump and ask him, what should we do? What should we do? It will be in your best interest now. You're going to lose the House and the Senate. So what's the difference? Clowns, bro. Your ego is going to destroy you, and I'm going to sit back and watch. I'm going to sit back and watch it for every second that you made me suffer when I couldn't even go to my beach, the beach that Hashem gave me to go to in the morning early and have a nice jog. They shut it down. The chutzpah, bro, the arrogance and the pride, how they had control over us and locked us in our houses. And they know the mental toll it takes. They know it. They're not dumb. They know what it is putting a mask on a 6-year-old, bro, for a year. That will destroy her confidence, bro. She won't be able to interact like a normal human being. It will reduce the oxygen that goes to her brain. You're committing child abuse. Listen to me, bro. You're gonna get obliterated. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. Hashem, I'm asking you, please, to make me say something exactly the way I want to say it. The arrogance and the pride of these people will one day come and destroy them by humiliation and shame. Because just like you made the people feel ashamed and disgusting, you made them feel gross and ugly, you tried to hurt them, you made them confused, you brought them shame, you shamed them. Now, the same pride and arrogance that you used to shame them, Hashem is going to endow that pride and arrogance to the Satan, and he's going to shame you. And I promise you, you're going to get, it's going to be just weighed on a scale. You gave 5 billion pounds of shame in your life, or pain, or bullying, or whatever. That's what you're going to get back. No more and no less. And it's gonna hurt, bro. And man, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. These people, I'm telling you right now, are demonic. They're possessed by the Satan. And they're trying to hurt you. And they lie to you, bro. Look what they did to Trump, bro. They stole the election from Trump and then accused Trump of stealing the election back. You understand how dirty? This is the devil does things like this. You understand? And I like this. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. If it starts wrong, it's going to end wrong. Think about that. Go take on a mission right now, something you want to do. If you started in an impure way, it will end impure. Remember that. That's deep. I like this. There was a king by the name of King Frederick. So he was walking one day and he saw a penny. He looked down. He bent down and picked it up. His advisors, his ministers, they ran up to him right away. They said, "What are you doing? It's beneath the dignity of the king to bend down to get a penny. What are you, normal?" So he looked at them and he said, "No, I want to teach the people that humbleness is the greatest trait you can acquire." I like that story. It's a beautiful story. Beautiful story, because that's what it's all about, bro. Billions of dollars, all the wealth and royalty you can have. And he bends down to pick up a penny to teach you this is what's important. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Ay, 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 Hashem, Hashem, Hashem. What's gonna be with this world, man? This world is dirty, yo. This world is dirty. But you know what the most beautiful thing about this world is? At least for now. That you could go in your house, study Torah, get close to Hashem, enjoy the world relatively without their little things. And this is something I have to say on Kadosh Baruch Hu, and I want to thank you for this publicly 1,000,000,000 times. Yo, you could see the people are getting hip to this game, bro. First of all, they know the mask does not work. Because if the mask worked, there'll be no reason to get a vaccine. And if the mask really worked, then even if you got a vaccine, there would be no reason to wear a mask. So I don't know what they're doing with this mask thing. They're trying to say that it's a different variant, so the mask will help. But the mask didn't help with the other variant. So what are you talking about, bro? And they have studies that can prove it, yo. In Switzerland and other places where kids went maskless and the kids over here went masked and everything was exactly equal. There was no difference. So basically these kids wore masks for no reason. That's what's going on. Very scary, bro. Now they're trying to make it that you have to have a passport to go shopping in New York. Clowns. How Hashem is going to destroy you people. You have no idea, bro. You trying to shame people. You admitted it on TV. No, we're going to make them get tested every 5 seconds. And then it will be such a burden for them. They'll have to get the vaccine. What a dirty, nasty human being. That you have a way you think is the right way, even though you know it's not, because you're possessed. And you allowed yourself to get possessed. Just like when you get angry, the devil enters your heart. You allowed it. And you're aware of it. And you're still doing it. Your anger is going to overcome your intellect. And then you're going to yell, curse, and scream. So here you want to force your way on us. You don't see me forcing my Torah on you, even though it will save your soul. I don't go to your house with a bullhorn and start yelling and screaming how God is the greatest, and if you don't believe in him, he's going to destroy you and your house. No, I don't force it on you. And if I met you, I'd tell you with love. So why do you try to force this on me? Because it comes from a dirty place. Even the vaccine, it's a virus that they put in you to fight the virus. Listen to me, man. Your body can fight this virus, so get some peppermint oil and pray to Hashem and reverse that order. Pray to Hashem, get some peppermint oil, say a bracha, and use it. Smell it, inhale it, put it on a pillow, put it on a towel, wrap it around your neck, put it on your hat. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Put it on a wristband and then smell it, but put it on you. And it will help you, especially when you go into an elevator, even fly on a plane. I might be flying in a little bit. If I do, they make me wear this mask. I'm going to go nuts, but they're obviously gonna, so I'll have to wear it, no problem. To see my mom's, I'll wear the mask. But I'll put peppermint oil. And if you're sitting next to me on that flight, bro, it's going to be like you're going to be in a peppermint factory. And you'll bless me for that later, trust me. Because that will kill the virus on contact. You know how I know? Because Hashem told the Jews in the Beit HaMikdash to put mint on the floor. And spearmint, peppermint, they all come from the mint family. So why would Hashem tell them? It's because every time you step on the mint, it releases aromatherapy. And that aromatherapy comes in the form of respiratory cleansing. It cleans the lungs. So any diseases that would be in the air from a bunch of people coughing and sneezing, and God forbid, everybody congregated together, animals being slaughtered. Thank God there was no flies. Hashem kept the flies out because it was a miracle. But to keep the air pure, thank you, Hashem. Hashem told them to put mint on the floor and step on it. So we see that inhaling mint will help keep your lungs pure. And that will help you against COVID, because that's where it comes to, the lungs. Hashem, you are the greatest, the most high, the most compassionate, the most loving, the most everything good. Thank you for helping me selling my car. Everything went perfect. And I want to say thank you, Hashem, because I see you're going to take me to Israel. And it's happening in such a perfect way. Who knows? It could be, I would say I wouldn't even put a time on it, bro. I just speak it into existence, and I have a good feeling it's going to happen. And if it doesn't, the only way that will not happen is if I get a job over here working with kids and it gets big. Like I open up my own mini school or my after school program, my boys and girls club that I wanted to do. Just think about this idea I'm going to tell you. I have an idea for a boys and girls club, right? And this is how it's going to go. It's going to be Torah, so helping the kids work on their midot and getting closer to God. It's going to be socializing, so like pizza parties and like music and dancing and chilling on a couch and just chilling with your friends. And I'll let you do that, bro. I'll just walk around, supervise. But I promise you, you'll be good. You'll feel comfortable and you'll have the best time. And I'll tell you beautiful stories. It'll bring you closer to God. Play sports. I'm great with sports, so I'll help you with that. If I have 20, 30 kids in my little club, that's it. We can make plays. I could do so many things, man. It's so true. I could do music classes. Hashem, you're the best. Camp Kika. That would be the name of my little after school club. A boys and girls club called Camp Kika. Keep it classy, always and forever. And I want to just say, like I always say, love you, Hashem.